Beyond Duplication with Ron Betta.
The phone rang at 5 in the morning. Nobody tends to call you with good news at 5 in the morning, so before I even picked up the phone, I was bracing. I answered, and I heard two words that split my life into a before and an after. She said, "I'm pregnant." And that hit pretty hard because years earlier, a doctor had told me that I'd probably never be able to have kids in the first place. And I had made peace with that. I had decided that fatherhood probably wasn't going to be in the cards for me. But now, in one sentence, all of that came undone. I hung up the phone after we talked, and I was in the dark just thinking that, ready or not, I was going to be thrust into this situation. And so before I even got out of bed, I made a decision that I would not let the circumstances of how my son arrived determine the quality of what I gave him. He didn't choose to come into this world under these circumstances, and I certainly wouldn't have preferred it, but what I built inside those circumstances, that was on me. So the next thing I did was that day I went to a bookstore and I bought a journal. I bought an empty journal with just empty pages in it, not a parenting book. There were shelves of those, but I walked past them because I didn't want a manual. I wanted to leave my son who I am, where I came from, my mistakes, what they cost me, the truth about the man he would be calling dad. Because one day, I have a feeling he's going to have some questions about me. And I didn't want the only answer to be whatever he happened to remember. That journal is the reason you're watching this. Because years later, I wrote a book about this. He's 9 now. I asked him a series of questions, and I am going to share those with you here on this channel. Your job as a father, in my opinion, is to not raise a copy of yourself. It's to raise an original, a separate human who becomes the fullest version of himself possible, not a smaller version of you, and not the person you were trying to avoid becoming. That's what this channel is all about. Honest talk about fathering. I'm going to talk about my experiences, the things that I've done right and the things I've done wrong, the things I'm really proud of. I'll probably talk a lot about that. But also the things that I've tried to avoid. My name is Ron Betta. I have 2 sons. I'm a consultation expert when it comes to personal development, and I look forward to working with you.